Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now is that Queen Naomi stormed the UK. Last week we got a report that they moved some of her maidens and her things to the UK. And right now we are hearing a report that she stormed the UK to see how the arrangement of her things and everything is going, and that will be her second time in that mansion, the same controversial mansion, the mansion that the Ooni of Ife gave to Queen Naomi at Kingston Heights, that is causing a whole lot of problems in the palace. They say Queen Naomi finally entered that mansion. A Gulfstream jet caught through the blue skies of London, gliding with silent authority as it touches down at a private airstrip in the UK. The logo emblemed on the tail of the aircraft leaves no room for doubt. It is the Ooni of Ife's royal jet. And just like that, what should have been a quiet royal transition has now erupted into a wild wind of whisper, envy, admiration, and a mystery. Queen Naomi, the enigmatic, woman who once captivated the Yoruba royal court and commanded the attention of nations, has made a move that could reshape the future of the throne. Earlier today, sources close to the Queen's inner circle confirmed the sudden and discreet arrival of the Gulfstream jet. It didn't land in Lagos, not Abuja, not even Ile-Ife. It landed in the United Kingdom, to be precise, near a luxury estate in, the King's Heights. Queen Naomi, they said Queen Naomi recently took possession of a spiraling mansion, rumored to have been a gift from the Ooni of Ife. Inside it, we are not just high-ranking aides of the Ooni, but also sealed luggage boxes bearing royal royal items and a quiet but undeniable air of finality. Sources said the moment the luggage was offloaded and, quietly wheeled into Queen Naomi's estate, things changed, and not everyone is happy about it. Now, let's talk about the luggage. Yes, the very suitcases that have caused tongues to wag, jaws to drop, and rival queens to fume in belly, content rage. These aren't just ordinary bags. Witnesses report that among them was a sacred wooden chest, rumored to have been carved from the sacred Igi Osun, the spiritual tree associated with divine womanhood in Yoruba mythology. What is in the chest, no one knows for sure, but insiders whisper about ancestral relics, royal documents, and even a sealed scroll containing a prophecy dating back 3 centuries ago. Could it be that Queen Naomi is preparing for a spiritual coronation far away from the politics of the palace, or is she setting the stage for a shocking return, this time on her own terms? It is not a small something that is going on in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. They say back here in Nigeria, the atmosphere is tense. The other Olori, some of whom have, backs in Naomi's absence, are said to be livid. One was reportedly overheard in a, hush conversation with her confidence, saying she thinks she can just walk back and take her crown. Kole walk here. There's been serious tension in the royal circle. Loyalists to Queen Naomi and defenders of the new queens are already at loggerhead. One of the queen's former aides reportedly clashed with a senior palace official, accusing them of spiritual manipulation and diverting royal energy away from, the true queen. WhatsApp group and Telegram channels linked to palace insiders have exploded with unconfirmed reports. Some say, the Ooni might be planning a surprise UK visit. Others claim Queen Naomi has officially informed royal elders of her decision, to stay in the royal mansion in the UK rather than Nigeria, but we are not sure. Nobody's sure of that event. But the last time that we checked, they said that Ooni of Ife, it was Ooni of Ife's decision for Queen Naomi to stay there for a while until the final ceremony is done. A lot of people before now had speculated that Naomi is returning back on the celebration of the Yoruba Molabi's Day. But me, I would say that I doubt it. Now, why am I doubting it? I'm doubting it because if going by the full moon story, if that story is really correct, they said the ritual that Naomi is supposed to do with Kabiyesi, that ritual as man and wife is supposed to be 3 full moon rituals, okay? And so if that ritual is truly correct, that they are supposed to do that ritual, I don't think Queen Naomi returning back, because the Yoruba Amolabi's Day, I think it's supposed to be this April. I stand to be corrected, either April or May. And so they have only done one of those rituals, and they have not done the remaining 2 full moon rituals. So I doubt if that will happen, even though there are still very strong reports that Naomi is returning back. And says again, we also heard that Ooni of Ife doesn't even want Naomi in the palace yet until they have prepared a suitable place for her. And they said that's the reason why Ooni of Ife gave her this house in the UK. And so for those who are saying she is returning on that day, I don't know if that is even viable for now, okay? But we will see what happens, okay? It's beginning to look like all the manipulations and everything that has happened over the years, Ooni of Ife's eyes are completely clear now, no? Now, as in the way Yorubas, those who love Olori Naomi, are just almost worshipping Iyanifa, because they feel like the reason why things are the way they are today is because of the coming of Iyanifa. There were too many things planted. The manipulation was too much. And for those who continue to blame the Ooni of Ife, if you have gone through half of the things that Ooni of Ife has gone through, you will understand that it is not easy to be so tied up by so many people. It's not been easy at all. It's not been easy with the monarch at all. But right now, everything, there's nothing he's doing. They said that things are terrible in the palace, that there's nothing the Ooni of Ife is doing without, consulting with Queen Naomi. Every decision, he's going back to Queen Naomi. Every minute he wants to be with Queen Naomi. Every minute he wants to see Queen Naomi. Every minute he wants to see Tadenikawo. These were people that at a stretch for 9 months, Ooni did not set his eyes on them. Because Kabiyesi was angry with Queen Naomi. Naomi was angry with Kabiyesi. Everything they planted, as at the time, was working so much. And they felt that, okay, this is it. We have gotten them. We have them where we want them to be. But God has shown himself so strong in the life of Olori Naomi in a way that nobody can ever, ever comprehend. While we are even talking about this, we have also heard that Queen Naomi has been invited to deliver a keynote speech at a high-profile intercontinental summit on African royalty and spirituality next month. If she appears, it could mark her official return to global influence, but this time no longer under the shadow of the throne, but as a throne of her own. It is not a small thing that is going on in the life of Olori Naomi. And that is why you see Dela Wright, I'll continue to use this phrase, that your enemies shall come to your light and kings to the brightness of your rising. When it is time for you to shine, that everything is all about divine timing. God is going to show himself so strong in your life that you will never, ever, ever even believe or imagine. God has been faithful, really faithful in the life of Olori Naomi. No matter how much they try to bring Naomi back, God will show them how strong he is. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.